August 27, 1896. On the coast of East Africa, a conflict erupted that would earn a unique and enduring place in the annals of military history. It wasn't for its scale, its complexity, or its geopolitical impact, but for its sheer brevity. This is the story of the Anglo-Zanzibar War, the shortest war ever recorded, lasting a mere 38 minutes. To understand how a war could begin and end in less time than a lunch break, we must look at the political landscape of late 19th century East Africa. The British Empire, at the peak of its power, sought to control key trade routes and suppress the persistent slave trade in the region. Zanzibar, a vibrant island sultanate, was a crucial piece of this puzzle. For years, Britain had exerted significant influence over the island, effectively making it a protectorate. This arrangement was built on a series of treaties and a delicate balance of power with the ruling sultans. The fragile peace was shattered on August 25, 1896, with the sudden death of the pro-British Sultan, Hamad bin Thuwaini. According to the treaty with Britain, the next sultan had to be approved by the British consul. However, a challenger emerged almost immediately. The sultan's cousin, Khalid bin Bargash, seized the opportunity. Arguing his own claim to the throne, he moved into the palace complex with a force of loyal followers, barricading himself and declaring himself the new ruler without British consent. This was a direct challenge to British authority, one that the local representatives of the empire could not ignore. The British consul, Basil Cave, immediately sent a clear ultimatum to Khalid: stand down, leave the palace, and lower your flag by 9 a.m. on August 27th, or face the consequences. Khalid, believing the British were bluffing, refused. He gathered his forces, numbering around 2,800 men, armed with a mix of rifles, machine guns, and some older cannons. He even had a single-armed yacht, the HHS Glasgow, anchored in the harbor. He was gambling that the mighty British Empire would not dare to open fire. It was a fatal miscalculation. Anchored in the same harbor was a formidable Royal Navy squadron. 5 modern warships, including the cruisers HMS St. George and HMS Philomel, sat waiting, their powerful guns aimed directly at the Sultan's wooden palace. As the deadline approached, the air grew thick with tension. The streets of Stone Town were deserted. Basil Cave issued his final warning, which was once again dismissed by Khalid. At precisely 9:02 a.m. on August 27th, the ultimatum expired. The order was given. The British ships unleashed a devastating bombardment. The old cannons of the palace were no match for modern naval artillery. Shells tore through the wooden structure, reducing it to a smoldering ruin within minutes. The Sultan's yacht, the Glasgow, attempted to engage the British fleet, but was swiftly sunk. On land, the palace guards' resistance crumbled under the overwhelming firepower. Chaos ensued as Khalid's forces scattered. By 9:40 a.m., the Sultan's flag had been shot down, the palace was on fire, and all resistance had ceased. The bombardment stopped. The war was over. In just 38 minutes, the conflict had been decisively settled. Approximately 500 of Khalid's men were killed or injured. On the British side, there was only one minor injury. Khalid bin Bargash fled the palace and sought refuge in the German consulate, eventually escaping to German East Africa. The British quickly installed their preferred candidate, Hamoud bin Mohammed, as the new sultan. His reign would see the final abolition of slavery in Zanzibar, a key British objective. The swift, brutal efficiency of the Anglo-Zanzibar War sent a powerful message across the region about the price of defying the British Empire. It remains a stark, almost surreal footnote in history, a testament to the immense power disparity of the colonial era, and a conflict forever defined not by its cause or its outcome, but by its incredible, record-breaking brevity.